Shopify Rebellion just cannot stop winning in this grand finals. Welcome back to the Riot Games Arena. I'm your host, Yingsu. I'm joined once again by Ender and Kukuka. We've seen this film before. We've been here before. And the question is, Christy, will they close this out this time?
Well, the stats say a different story because Shopify Rebellion, they've been in every finals in GC technically. They've always won maps 1 and 2, but they've also always lost maps 2 or 3 and 4. So I don't know. I think we have to have 5 games.
They lost the second map, didn't they?
No, it was the almost reverse sweep. Yeah.
Right. I mean, definitely this is a new situation for them, but we have to say they look incredibly comfortable doing so. I think that Mel is out-calling the entirety of MIBR. The assists that we see, as I said in the previous desk, the unsung heroes that Shopify has, like the assists are always there and the plan is so well curated.
I am so glad you mentioned Mel because let's take a look at her here in the Verizon high-speed moment. We could have given it to Floor. I think Floor in herself is a high-speed moment, but talk me through this.
Yeah, exactly. So in this round, one of the things that we were speaking about that MIBR has, that the other team, that the Shopify didn't, was that Gecko, right? And Jelly having a good performance, actually giving them, I would say 2 or 3 rounds right off the bat of her being an exceptional individual, getting her ultimate. They tried to do this micro where they just go on the aggression and try to face off against what Shopify was doing. And 2 players get caught up and detained by that, but Mel is in a different position and she's able to have their backs.
Mel was the only player that was unaffected by any kind of CC. So her living there, getting out was critical. Yeah, it works.
But here's the thing though, you know, you might be able to take Floor down even though she went 10-0 in opening duels. You might have a chance, you know, you might have an opening. There could be a slither of opportunity. But Christy, Shopify are just one step ahead every single time.
Yeah, and I want to look at a round where it's just beautiful. So it's a set piece play, and you're going to see it so with an OMEN ult, with a Neon flying in there. It's not something brand new. Like, you've seen this type of play before, but Shopify Rebellion start by going into this mid space early on, and they're trying to see if there's going to be some kind of trap play in mid. They ran this a lot where Fluorescent would, you know, put some shots into smokes. They'd look to find maybe some Cypher tripwires, and then execute the play. Here it comes. OMEN ult into spawn. Neon's going to be flying up. But the important thing is, Shopify Rebellion, because they're trying to attack on all 3 lanes, in spawn, in market, and in main, you'd think they'd have a lot of trouble with the solo players in main and going into market. But all those players are initiators. So we have a drone going into market. Alexis playing into B main is going to be able to flash herself in. All the while, they're still supporting the rest of the team. So let's play this clip because Jubisa is completely caught off guard. It's absolutely brutal. She falls down. But even after that kill, you see Alexis, who's in B main, is stunning into this next fight that Floor could be taking. And the rest of Shopify is going to move in. When Sarah needs to go into market, you're going to see Fluorescent and Mel assist with utility. Let's roll the clip because even though Alexis or Sarah is on her own, all of the utility is going to come rolling in to help out that Sova player take market. They're attacking on all 3 lanes, and it's so impressive that at the same time, they're leaving a lurk to mop up the floor in mid.
I mean, it's just brilliant to see this round after round. We were seeing so many also of the post plans there on B being so effective with the flanks from Noya, the different positions every single time. It's not only that they have one plan, they have plan A, B, C, D, all the way up to C.
Yeah, they do indeed. But here is the difficult question to answer, I guess, because we are heading to Haven next. And on paper, things are only going to get more difficult for MIBR. How do they make things a little bit easier for themselves?
Well, I think if I'm looking at their defensive side, I would say this is an area that was getting exploited a little bit. This team really likes to set up trap plays, especially around A long. And I think Shopify knew that as prep coming in. So even on Sunset, you saw them baiting out a lot of those plays and dodging the utility. I think MIBR have to really choice in when they're choosing to pop those plays.
Yeah, exactly. And they need to be very careful. Yes, they're going to be starting on the attack here in Haven, but they still have not played this map in GCC. We've talked about how crazy their lower bracket run has been, but Haven is still untested, and they're going up against a team that not only feels extremely comfortable, but they're going to be repeating the same agents that we just saw them perfectly warming up on Sunset.
I mean, I know we're kind of beating this narrative to death, but Floor is so locked in. We saw, I mean, she had an MVP performance last year in the grand final. She's on course to even maybe beating the performance she had before. So for MIBR, they got to show up. They got to be able to deal with this. And what do you make of this comp?
I mean, this is nothing too surprising here. The real difference is going to be Jet versus Neon. We know Fluorescent dominates on that Neon. And I hope for SRN that going for the Jet enables them to get more of these opening fights going their way. Fluorescent was crushing back on Sunset, and that has to change or it's an easy 3-0 for Shopify.
Yeah, on the first map we saw there on Pearl that one of the solutions that the coach gave after that second timeout was putting SRN on the attacking up. It's something that they needed to do just because of how proactive Shopify Rebellion were being. They needed to give even more props to that first duel going on their way. But even with that, Shopify Rebellion was able to convert a third of their 4v5s.
Well, here we go. The tournament life of MIBR is on the line here. They have to win if they want a shot at that trophy. Perhaps not for the last time in this tournament. Let's toss it over to Pots and Pans.
We'll see, won't we? This is what it comes down to. Map 3 on the line. Now, with Shopify claiming the first 2 in the style they did, you gotta be a bit nervous that suddenly this best of 5 feels a little short.
I hope not, Lauren. I hope not. I mean, in the fact that, you know, Kakuka touched on it, the side of Shopify, they've warmed up into these agents. I'm looking straight at Fluorescence. Already got the moves on the Neon all warmed up, and the utility as well, the way that she was reacting with that stun. Whenever she wanted to get space, whenever she wanted to get a kill, a plan in motion for Shopify. So MIBR, they've got to be ready, and SRN's got to have a better start in this third map than she's had so far.
SRN looking for first contact, first step towards that B side.
Dodged all of it.
So far so good until then, revealed and shown, but a lovely swing in unison. Takes away Neuer. Alexis, back-to-back impact. Big round for MIBR, explosive as you'd want.
And that's exactly the start you're looking for coming through in the third. SRN, the player, to find all three. And that's the confidence you need in your duelist player to start and set the tone. We saw it on map 1 from Fluorescent, finding those 3. And it's up to SRN to just follow through here.
Wow. Between SRN, Jelly, both of them. If we get a good game from them, maybe that's enough, right? It's that first, like, couple stepping stones you start getting excited about. So Shopify here gonna go for that 4-1 stack. So I guess all eyes down towards A, and how far do they pressure this?
Gotta slow down.
Gotta back away and play your life here. Gotta be a bit cautious. Now, relaying the information should be Neuer. There's no surprises as to what's happening, but Neuer needs to hold a little bit of space. Again, though, it is classics and one sheriff.
Yeah, both teams just kind of agreeing to grab the A orb, and for the attackers, grab the C orb. And you said it, Lauren, right off that info, as soon as Jubes felt that pressure, they just quickly react and hit the C site. But, you know, reacting that fast for MIBR, that's what you want to see. Strong communications and quick reactions based on the information coming through across the board. So MIBR so far handling this round really well.
Does it ever get costly? That's the interesting one, because they do go for heavy investments here. These 2 rifles.
Oh, they just want to die to the spike here, Shopify this time.
Right call as well.
My eyes are better than yours.
Gets cleared. Get the early progress of ults as well. Obviously Jelly and SRN. So that's good for them. They're 2 very, very impactful ults to get on. Rolling nice and early. First Shopify Rebellion, down to the spike, try and deny as much as possible.
You'd love to see it when you're clean, even on a lost round that it's impossible to win. You still want to min-max as much as you can. So Shopify doing exactly that. This time around in the bonus, MIBR are nowhere close to any sort of ultimate. So huge news for Shopify. And it's tense on that stage right now, Lauren. It's so much pressure on the backs of MIBR so far, and they've been peaking right at the right time all tournament long. So this third map, this bonus, it's gonna be everything. A lot of sound cues here for Fluorescent. She hears everything.
Ooh, big first pick there. Takes away SRM, but takes a lot of damage for it, so can't stick around too long. Can't be the main one forward here. Needs a little bit of help for the follow-up. Jelly, next in line, who's been sharp as attack. And already here comes the swing. Sayuri with a good first. Flo almost puts life on the line for the trade, and Alexis gets to live, but traded in effectively again. Sarah now picking up the mantle. Mel's now on the site, and Mel is in control.
The way that Shopify handled this round was a thing of beauty. Each player stepping up as another falls back. The high fives coming across the board, the bait and switches, and the crossfire standing strong. That's what allows all the flutters to arrive in time. And Mel, just to clean up and help Sarah hold on to this site. It's a beautiful thing to see, and if you're MIBR, you
Sarah has entered
want to be ready for that high peak. I mean, for Fluorescent, it was a little bit too easy. Sure, she did take a lot of damage, but she just heard too much noise. It was everything you want if you're Fluorescent.
And Floor's catching up on ults as well. Those ults are getting closer and closer, only 2 away. SRN gonna be revealed though towards the A side here.
Both fault lines burned for nothing. No one really trying to go for picks. Fluorescent very active in the middle. Trying to find that Cypher cam, but it's not there.
Right here.
On the other side of things. Oh, what a read, Melissa.
Yeah. Mel v Mel. Oh, okay, Sayuri wins in the end. Okay, it's fine. I thought there was a world where that went a little bit wrong, but they're already towards the A side. This is massive. SRN taking so much space. Just so much bravado to take this control here, but Noya and Sarah still finding plays. What is that from Fluorescent? How is she winning that fight? Can't get any more. Sayuri the one to secure a round for MIBR here.
These trades are so back and forth on this A site. This time around, MIBR didn't get picked early. The fact that Melissa had that read down in that short A was everything for Shopify. But even then, that flood, the way that Shopify are so ride or die for each other, made this hit look so just tough for MIBR. But Sayuri stepping up huge with the double kill there. Let's go, Capitan!
No, you need that as well, right? That's a big confidence builder. Floor got ult, the rest down to Stinger's Classics, a Guardian and a Sheriff on the other side. You're looking at a good purchase here. 1 away from Jelly's ult, 2 away from SRN's.
If you're Alexis here, you just want to tee up Fluorescent for a kill, and here she goes! But she takes too much damage.
They seemed ready. There were so many bodies in middle for that. That would have been incredibly hard to navigate through. And SRN still holding this.
And look at where Mel is. She wants to maybe rip her blind for a second fight, but she chooses to kind of get back a little bit, wants to work off this Cypher trip.
Cover going out.
All the while, Sarah's trying to get that information, see if anyone's got that A main control, but that drone sound cue, that should alert MIBR exactly where that Sova is. Good map control coming through here for MIBR.
But a good read from Shopify.
Oh, that dart, no!
Sarah,
It's too much information.
That's wild. Do they cancel on this? But then that plays in Noya potentially? Timing's everything here.
She hears everything. So much sound cue.
Send assistance. They're coming. Oh, maybe she doesn't need help. Not at all. Noya holds the line. It's unreal from Noya. Even protecting the last. Gorgeous from Noya.
Clean ace coming out here for Noya. The crosshair placement, the steadiness, all of it just executed perfectly. And
damn,
my goodness. Hey, if you're MIBR, you're wondering, why is no one shooting that dart? That long A? Somebody,
that's twice now, right? We had a reveal earlier on. Yeah, Mel's reacting how we are. Look at that. You've got to be pumped up. That's unreal. We haven't had many aces to stand out in a server like this. That's something special. But MIBR should be fuming about that round. That dart was the start and end of that for them. That was not good enough.
Certainly not good enough. And now MIBR are punished to just pistols. Sure, SRN, she's going to go in and pop the knife. She's got the Rolling Thunder in the back of Jelly to be able to maybe make a movie for herself. But Fluorescent's been looking for this camera all half long. And she's determined to get it.
Hey, here come those steps. A preemptive stun sent away, but it's Mel tucked in towards quad. You're going to have Alexis on the back of the site with the flash coming in. A quick execution, but it's traded out. Mel still tries to hold the ground, but here comes the cavalry. Fluorescent clears house with Sarah, and the last player is found. This is a comprehensive hold here, Christine. I'm starting to get a bit worried now. These rounds have felt very momentum swingy. They're really bringing back the game in this 5th and 6th round here.
Yeah, that perimeter is just so secure for Shopify, allowing all these floods to consistently come through. even when Fluorescent starts the round in Garage, she's showing up in A site in the nick of time with her speed, sliding through, flooding through,
On A.
and just reinforcing that A defense.
So I'm looking at MIBR. What else do we have? Rolling Thunder with Jelly, got the TP with Sayuri, and we still have a buy, right? This has to be big. This has to be a big round for them. Mel spotted early, and they're pressuring Garage really heavily.
Yeah, that's good pressure. I think they were surprised that they actually got the ping on Mel there. Ezran hears this camera, wants to get it taken care of. Lucky that Alexis didn't peek there.
Similar scenes almost on both sides, right? Trying to take that early util out, stake a bit of claim, allow those question marks to develop.
This crossfire from Mel and Noya is going to be so deadly, but MIBR, they've chosen correct here. They don't want to mess with it. Going back, this is still that deja vu. Melissa this time wants to use the drone for info, but this sound cue is going to alert all of the defenders.
Again, the audio cues, they might be sent home in a matchbox here. Fluorescent actually not going to connect. There's plenty of targets, and SRN is on the hunt, controlling to back of sight. They have secured so much space, and they wanted to draw blood. Sarah gets to live and doesn't get punished on the Bucky. Oh my gosh, hold on. Thought she had it then, not to be. And now we're in that 5v5, I mean.
Just getting exchanged here. Good delay coming out for Jelly, but already the drill being down. It's going to allow an opening for Shopify. They're just biding their time, counting down 3, 2, 1. They want to bait out some more.
This shorty is still rattling off shots back here. You can see SRM waiting for anyone to make a step
flame from
closer.
Mel.
This will wait on the paranoia's got in. It's time to go now. Mel with a sharp shot towards Sayuri, and suddenly Alexis now pounces, trying to clear on out, trying to hold this down. Is Melissa though, digging in deep, finding security, and that might be enough. SRN brings Fluorescent back down to earth. Ooh, that's a brave move. If you're going to shoot a body, I don't know if I'd pick Floor.
Hey, that's a big scalp to take down.
Yeah, go for it.
Not only did she take Floor down, but she also ripped the operator right out of her hands, picks it up for herself as well, and this is a huge swing round in round 8 coming up here, Lauren. I mean, so far we've seen MIBR going towards that A multiple times, and it's been Shopify with the flood to be able to respond, but finally MIBR find the opening that they want.
And I love seeing that from Melissa, who wasn't really getting into the game yet, being a little bit cold on the start, but now that was a big round, denying that flank, keeping control. Uh-oh, speaking of keeping control here, Floor is on the hunt. Maybe not the player to piss off, but let's see. Taking the space, they've prioritized taking over A, and the response, get over towards C.
Oh, she stuck it, and she got hit by the camera. Noya
just knew what was up. Looks cool under pressure. Calm, but gets caught. SRN just brings her back down by the heels.
So aggressive. Noya for sure thought no one would be pushing through that own cage, but SRN, beautiful equalizer. This should be the spike down.
I know exactly.
And that's a huge kill from Jubes.
Let's see, can anything sabotage this post plant? I don't think there's much. I mean, Sarah's got full kit of util, right? But positions all noted. You got SRN holding the line. That's a big stun though. Actually, SRN is trying to fall away from this. Floor is already taking the space over towards Platt. Dealt with by Melissa again, holding this line. Melissa getting valuable kills here. And even if you know where SRN is, you can't seem to clear them. Alexis trying to find a target, but they're doing the dance. This is nice from MIBR. They need a couple of these, build that confidence. Oh my God, Alexis. There's no time, surely. Now get away with the op.
But walking away with that op and the ultimate in her back pocket, that's actually a huge deal coming through here for Shopify. We talked about what a huge swing round this was coming into the round and how broke Shopify were, but that's definitely something going into the next, because MIBR, they got exactly what they wanted coming through here. I love the reaction coming through for Melissa. As soon as, rather Sayuri, as soon as she got pushed off that A main, she just ripped her ult towards the weak side of C, kept that Cypher off the line and just told her team, hey, come through, I've got the site.
Lovely quick call, especially after we've been kind of, I don't want to say questioning, but again, not breaking those darts, a couple of things going a little out of sorts for MIBR. This is a really nice way to gateway back into this game and scale back into it. This might be, maybe I'm wrong, but I think this might be the first time out for Shopify Rebellion we're seeing. I can't recall one. So, I mean, everything's been going right until now, but Haven has been a map that's not always been so comfortable in their map pool. So for them, maybe just wanted to touch base here, keep a check on things, see what else they can do, because this is the strongest look we've seen from MIBR in a moment. We're starting to see SRN have that confidence, controlling that space. I mean, pressuring backlines constantly. That A side, that C side doesn't really matter. Really starting to roll in. So I'd love to see what the idea coming back in is here between maybe Effie's and Mel, what they want to be kind of cooking up.
Effie's finally rolling back his sleeves. It's his moment.
Time to work.
Step up, time to get to work. Put in a little bit of input here, and he's just reinforcing. They've got actually a huge ultimate. That operator does get passed around over towards Fluorescent. You can see she wants to get on that deep line at A main. Does not want to allow MIBR any sort of space, but MIBR, they're wanting to sniff towards this front B.
See how this starts.
Insta fault line. No one broke the dart. They're going to allow Fluorescent to stay inserted on the deep line and just leave her. You can see Sarah already on the move. Going to reinforce this B site.
Yeah. Here we go. Forward, Sayuri taking the steps here. You can see who's watching the back. Oh. That just takes the wind out of SR's sails there. Floor going down. It was kind of the main piece that they were trying to play in. Don't get what they want, and instantly MIBR adjust.
You're starting to see some clever set pieces coming out here for MIBR. SRN was just, that was the whole game plan. Wait for a sniffer, wait for a re-aggressor. Able to capitalize. Mel is under so much pressure, but look at what is in her back pocket, a Bucky. If MIBR pivot and actually do a garage split here, things could get really dicey, but they decide to go towards this B. Okay.
Just trying to find out where Shopify reside, and SRN's cleared. Everything's looking good, ticking the box, spikes down. Bucky could have been dangerous. Shoulda, woulda, coulda. And there's the shot in the backs. SRN. Nice control here. Oh, nice from Jelly too. I mean, we're starting to see these two really warm in here. This is fantastic and good for Jelly too to get that ult very close by.
Yeah, she wants this kill. She wants to be one orb closer, and there she is. She's rewarded with it. We've already seen from MIBR as well that long C control forcing this orb collection. We'll see if Shopify have some sort of trap ready for them, but just one ult orb away. Last time around, Jelly able to just fully run it down towards A site with a nice set piece and that breach ult in tow. So see if they pivot and go back towards that A, or if they actually even want the orb for themselves, because it doesn't look like they're going that way. Dodge the fault line.
Very nice. Now gets to play.
So close.
Yeah, rattles off the shot, but Floor's stuck in that corner here, but we can see where MIBR are actually looking to go towards.
And I like how quickly SRN is reacting. Just right after the shot, she walks away, knife out for the speed. Shopify, they're ready.
Yeah, looking at Mel to be the one to be rewarded this time. How much can she get? Paranoia there. Smoke now back up, gets the first. Spike goes down, quick TP. And a little bit of stall from Alexis as well. In support, denies that quick pounce back, but they at least get the spike and they can peel away. But where do they go? You go towards A? Look who's waiting.
On
Here
the
in the
front
steps. You gotta look at Floor here. Morning, noon, and night. You know the Floor will get you impact. And more! Back to back! So damn good! Almost at the paranoia there and in time, but Sarah ready to lock it out.
And I gotta give credit to Alexis. Look, it was Mel and it was Fluorescent getting all the kills, getting all the glory. But the entire time, once again, it's Alexis, arm out, teeing up her teammates. And this fault line coming through. Look at this Jellybangs, just completely stunned up. And the finesse to finish it out for Fluorescent, making her opponents think that she recrossed back on the line, but on the off angle once again. Beautiful stuff coming out here for Shopify. And that was a huge round to win. MIBR. Jelly's still been holding on to this breach ultimate. This time, starting the round again towards C.
Oh, mid-walk?
The camera, though.
That's audacious, though.
It's not in this area this time.
Floor's taken space.
That mouse jump. Floor needs a new mouse. Maybe she does.
Maybe
it.
don't. No, we don't.
Switch it.
No, it's good. For the first time in her life, Potter is incorrect. Neuer, though, next on the chopping block, but stands tall. Takes away SRN, and they're now falling. Look at this! Unbridled aggression! Flying in! Fluorescent! Rips him to shreds!
And that is so decisive, Lauren. I mean, Fluorescent never
You just saw it! From Neuer's POV, just comes flying over.
And again, she started the round at A, rotated towards B, and found and ended the round towards Garage. She is everywhere across this map right now. Just
Bounds
gliding.
in. Oh.
Enemy remaining. Spike
Wow.
down.
Timeout
mid.
worked. Effie's keeps his job.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't think it was on the line, but you know, we're just hamming it up for the camera. But now the answer back from MIBR. Can they stabilize here? You want to keep a nice lead maybe on the half. Keep a little bit of buffer for yourself. SRN right back to business. Taking space. Gave them so much credit for this. And on the hunt, they succeed again. Alexis, a pivotal backline player, now removed. Sayori on the follow-up. B-site looking under that MIBR banner. Spike now going to come down. You got Mel, Neuer, and Sarah. Trying to play this back through, but Sayori is ready. Ready for this. Sarah has to tuck in the corner. Trying to not be spotted here. The Aldrone going past, and Sarah's got to know where Sayori is. Quick clear on that. Aldrone goes in, looking for maybe SRN. Can they find them in time? Yes, they can. Okay, another target spotted. They don't know about the player on the side. Jelly is still around, but SRN gets cleared. And now a 3v3. Suddenly this gets a bit more possible. Keep an eye on the time, but Jelly still does damage. Good trade for Sarah. Down to a 1v2. So difficult in the situation. Smoke still in play. Dark comes down. It almost feels endless at this point, and Melissa and Jubes just have to play to the time. Very well handled.
Incredible half coming through here for MIBR, because each step of the way, this is what they were missing in map 1 and 2, being able to be heroic and actually get the round on the board. This was a different half coming through here for MIBR in the third map.
Absolutely love to see this. I want to see more of that. MIBR back in business, back in the game. But can they take us a map further?
Red Bull gives you wings.
This is who I am. A picture perfect scam. Make myself look pretty. I do it for the gram. Daily I strike a pose, it's on purpose. I can be dangerous. Bolder girl, nobody really looks too close beneath the surface. Oh, for sure. Come on, make it with my wild. Roll up on the small, suck it in a little more. I can see you with that core. Trick you into wasting time, slimming on that waistline. I like baby, make it pop, sugar coated till you dry. And yet I do it all again. I let the curtains fall, got my head in the clouds. I feel till my heart and yet I do it all again.
We wanted a game between these two, and we might just be getting one. Finally, MIBR showing that fire we know they have. SRN taking space. Jelly, that 1-2 punch. Melissa, impact kills. Everything we dreamed of. Shopify found an answer, but the lead is still MIBR's.
And it looked like MIBR just flipped a switch. Those last 3 rounds, they were so aggressive. As soon as the barriers went down, they never let go of W. You can see SRN on a forward angle, early blind, and the dart, it doesn't ping anything.
More aggression from the rip here. 4 going up long. Neuer quickly backs away, doesn't like what she was feeling, and it encourages lean towards C.
Camera taken
Neuer
out.
on the lurk, wants to disrupt any sort of flood happening. This should be spiked down. On the side of Jelly, not a lot of utility. Drill already used. Rather, a ghost purchase, no fault line, and only one flash. No blind either.
Soren and that Sheriff. How long for the dart? Okay, 6 seconds. Melissa can set this into motion, and a couple more. The paranoia, the stall coming in here and playing in Neuer. It looks like they might have an idea of the chance of it, but the timing is everything, and it's perfect. You couldn't ask for a better play from Neuer. Shopify Rebellion start things off right in the second half.
And that's the kind of a double-edged sword when you're waiting for your refreshables to come back online. Shopify were waiting for it as well. They just bide their time and checkmate before the execute could even come into fruition. But you've got to appreciate the timing for Neuer. And it's been all tournament long. Neuer with these ace in the first half and on such a huge round. On pistol with the 3K for Neuer.
And you almost feel for Jubes on the other side, who was checking that, just gave it a glance, turned away, surely no, and bang, heartbreak. However, just classics here. Just trying to post, looks like SRN down towards A-Long.
Decides to back away and reload. That got me nervous. Fluorescent playing the round well, and this should just be a farm fest for her. The double peek from Short A might get tricky, but this is a tough round for MIBR. You can see Melissa's trying to gain some space and create some sort of bait and switch if she can.
Oh, the one to kind of make the presence noted.
Oh, the drone might not spot her. Ooh. Could get tricky.
Okay, it is just classic, so it was a bit more. I'd have loved to have seen just, you know, something a little on top of that, but they just kind of brute force their way past. Neuer!
What can you do? Neuer's already got ultimate.
Yeah, I mean, how many times have we complimented them for this as well? Having that ultimate so early, getting that on the board. Jelly, last one alive. Don't do much here. Neuer having a lovely run this time as well. And a lot of people complimenting her. Again, there's a lot of superstars in that SR roster, but Neuer having a really solid performance here.
Just incredible role player on the side of Shopify. Every one of them, best in slot, can't be argued at this point.
Oh, I'm so good.
True.
Jesus Christ.
I concur.
Humble God. For now, though, it's a bonus round, so we look at what can be achieved. Now, the Outlaw not going to have as much impact, right? So MIBR going to have those full shields in play, no ults to lean into, but this is where that can tip. This round, game on, or it might be game over.
I like this call from Shopify. They've given the Outlaw over towards Neuer. That tells me that they just want her to be patient. Insert her, maybe outside B, maybe just holding this A line. Wants to get on a long range. Drone should catch this trip. That's an early blind and an early fault line. Shopify are happy with that. They've just baited out all of the stopping power from the defenders.
Above a minute, but they're going to still pull the trigger, and actually MIBR just mop it up on the way through. SR, that felt a little out of sync. They kind of got what they needed. I don't know what the desperation was to try and stick towards that B site then, but for MIBR, you'll take it with both hands. You'll think, oh my God, you know, we're actually in for this one. Fantastic. Sarah and Alexis, so much work to do. Going to be noted pretty early on, at least for Sarah. This should be trying to be as kept clean as possible for MIBR now.
Yeah, they don't want to give away any more weapons here. Definitely need these guns for the next. And so Yuri
30 seconds left.
Decides to tuck, use her teammate together. All three members have a decent crossfire here.
One enemy remaining.
This is nice. This is very well handled. MIBR there got kind of drawn into using a lot of that util, but then still managed to hold that B side very well.
Yeah, it was just too many bodies in that area, and I think for Shopify, they've got to be talking to each other about that utility came from really close by. The fault line was right in their face, as was the blind, so those agent infos should have come through, but the pounce factor, it was a bonus, so for Shopify, they just wanted to get into the faces of MIBR and try to use that RNG into their favor. Doesn't come out on top, but Neuer still with that ult in her back pocket. She wants to stay grouped with the team in case they get a pick here, long C.
Lead kept for MIBR. Early presence, big pressure too.
down.
No, they
It's so
are not.
fast.
They are right to the back of the site. They clear it out, and MIBR evacuate. They don't want to stick around on that. No pre-take in sight here.
Mel still has blind in her back pocket as well. Gonna be able to slow down any sort of retake coming through here for MIBR. And they're just gonna insert Fluorescent. We saw this on Sunset. We're going back to the spam game. MIBR, they still have to clear every angle though.
The floor scares the life out of me. And an angle like this does eventually get cleared. Beautifully done. Jubes takes a bit of damage, but that's fine. 4v4, but the post plant is where it gets tricky, right? This is where you got those deeper angles. Paranoia going a million miles away. No one's spamming. No one is spamming. That is a defuse right under their noses. MIBR making it up to 9.
I think for Shopify, they really put full faith into the drone from Sero. You saw it going high as it could, but that smoke kind of blocked that line from Sarah. Not sure if that was a lack of communication or if there was just too much going on, but MIBR able to do just enough.
Yeah, live to fight another round, right? I think we have a timeout coming in. Shopify's, it looks like. These last 2 rounds, maybe FE's just wanted to keep a tight grip on this game. We know that this map isn't high up in their priority list. It's not something they went towards often. So maybe just seeing them touch base here to keep that all in check.
Yeah, you gotta make sure that no one is getting too much out of line there. I mean, this was a post plant that was almost looking guaranteed for Shopify. So just making sure no one is getting a little ahead of themselves.
Yep.
And I like that coming out from Shopify. Noya still got the ultimate. Last round, they decided to stay really grouped, and I think maybe the call was because no one contested. They just said, let's just go. Yeah. Let's just send it and see what happens. I think for Shopify, they probably want to slow things down. That's 2 rounds in a row now. We've seen them pressing the issue, even last round, really pressing the issue towards front B, even though they saw all that utility towards that garage. So I expect them to dissect the map, work it a little bit more, and burn the utility from MIBR, then choose one of the sites, whichever one they want.
And for MIBR though, this is the first time it feels like they've, I don't even say have a full upper hand, they have the lead on the scoreboard, and this is the first time they're able to take those kind of confident steps through this. We're starting to see them maybe find their footing. Ooh.
4 members from the defenders, they're reading correctly here. They want to fight.
Love that. Let's have a brawl. Let's see who wins this. Floor Mel straight through sewer, and they find a victim lit up like a Christmas tree, but they still stay alive. It's Floor to double back, gets a kill, but now bailed out by SRN. Puts their life on the line, dives through long. Jelly now holding the push up from sewer, but look who's closing in. Look who's closing the gap. Floor on the hunt, prowling forward, finding SRN. They know that Jelly was here. They still know there's another player. Still coming up this way. Shopify working closer. Still got the Owl drone tubes. Desperate. They was hoping that wasn't going to connect, but Fluorescent have been around, and Jelly, with it all to do, can only take down 1. A good response, but a brutal battle there.
Oh, I saw the vision. I saw Sayuri tucking, or rather Jelly, and getting that second. That would have been incredible. What an answer coming out here for MIBR, but Shopify are just so much faster there. I mean, the ground that Mel got, she started the round by TPing forward, which allowed her to really capitalize off of Alexis's stun, completely catching MIBR off guard. They were almost ever able to recover there. SRN did so much work
pushing down
that long A.
Yes, amazing. Now, with maybe the operator in hand, this could be another, you know, another opportunity, another chance. Let's see. 1 away from the knives. Jelly got ult as well. This is such a precarious round though, feels like it's on a knife's edge here. Sayuri on side, Jelly now noted back aside, and Sayuri waits. The patience could be everything. It is! Sayuri rewarded with 2, waited, and then she strikes. Oh my god, barely making her way here. MIBR lock it down. That was stunning from Sayuri.
Just using the smoke that Mel provided her to perfection, dancing, bobbing in and out of it, and is able to just get rewarded. I think it was Jelly actually also in the back lines that bought her all that time as well. Fluorescent gonna be walking away wondering how she wasn't able to convert that second one after such a beautiful entry for herself, but MIBR with a 1-3-1 start. Both 2 rounds in a row now, MIBR have chosen right off the barriers. They were in the right place at the right time. This time again, SRN on the deep line with that operator.
Yep, Jet with an op or a Neon with a Bucky. Let's find out. So
boy.
far, it's SRN with their name up in lights. Floor on the hunt, finds their target, finds a second, finally put down. Sayuri still keeps control of CT, but Shopify have the site. They have that C site, they have that plant, and a quick ult from Jelly, and they're on pre-take at this point, and they push forward. Sayuri gets denied though. Mel still have control of back of site. They still held their ground here. Jelly and Melissa are going to be gutted about this one. Plant's going to come in regardless. Mel just needs to buy them time. Sarah. Beautiful.
And she had the drone in her back pocket, ready there all along, but trusting her rifle, trusting her aim. Just 3-2-1 peeking off that one, and what an entry coming through here for Floor. SRN, I thought she was perfectly set up for that movie. She got that clean opening with that operator, but Fluorescent hot on her heels, demanding that trade. Power of Neon coming through. Alexis has that ultimate. You know Shopify are gonna bust out their set piece.
SRN right down middle though? Yeah. I
That's
like
an
this.
instant line.
SRN is going right down middle, finds Alexis and gets out of danger. Doesn't need to stick around too long. It looks like, yeah, Shopify wanted to trade that. Not gonna get what you want though. They take over long as their response, right? They've taken a site here. Floor's got so much space.
She's just in the site, telling her team, hey, I'm here.
Got it.
Let's get the spike down.
Come on. Yeah, mom.
Huge opening for SRN to be able to get away. Look how close they are. They want to flood as soon as the spike tap sound cue comes through.
This could be massive. They actually go a little, I feel like maybe early on that one. Yeah, catching the spike on the cross. It's Sayuri. Oh my god, Floor! No way! Floor just dives in towards CT, still desperate to keep this in close touching distance, but now down to just the Sheriffs. Maybe an upgrade or two would have been dreamy, but you're not going to get it. But the spike's still not in hand. Brought back in by Sarah. Plant now in play. Jube's trying. Desperate, but look who's just defending the line. Fluorescent not falling this time. We're tied up at 10 apiece.
Shopify handled that round so well. The pause, just biding their time, making MIBR be the first to make a move. And we got to talk about that early flood on, that pre-take you talked about, Lauren, because it's best if you wait until one of the members is occupied planting the spike, get that man advantage, then send it a little bit early, and Shopify, they were ready for it all along.
MIBR with a response timeout. The round started to tick a little too heavily into Shopify's hands. And if this was map 1, maybe even, you know, around that mark, maybe even map 2, okay. But when we get into this point in map 3, you can't let it go for too long. Because if it gets to 11, then 12, then your chances of this turnaround, this comeback, are just dashed.
It's exactly so. And the challenge and the pressure is actually on Shopify's side of things. I gotta say, you know, this whole tournament, Shopify haven't really been challenged all along. In that series versus G2, that was the first time they were challenged. Things got a little bit wonky after dominating early on. I believe the score was 11-6, and G2 were able to come back and demand all those overtimes, right? So for MIBR, you gotta keep that in mind. Challenge Shopify, make them overthink some of these scenarios. And the pressure has absolutely been on for the side of MIBR. Sayuri's got that ultimate to be able to help and assist Jubes. So Jubes is all on an island on the defense this time around. All members of Shopify very much grouped here, wanting to take advantage of Alexis's ult.
SRN, can you stop this? They head this way, and they play forward. They actively choose the smoke, and you can see why. Take away Mel, and suddenly those sites become so much harder to take.
Noya's found a lot of ground, though. Again, defenders know Alexis has this ult, but they're choosing to stay on the site. As I say that, they're kind of backing away. There we go. Good bait. MIBR are happy with this.
Yep, Floor gonna take the space, as we've noted. Already got those rotations in play here. Gonna hear the tap on the spike soon. Pixel! Almost! No. SRN down to 5 HP. That's a problem. Oh, careful. Those shock darts suddenly become so deadly. Waiting for this retake now. Smoke gonna go in. Alexis noted. SRN deleted. They're starting to fall here. Down to 4 players. They got to make their move back through. The go time is now, but Sarah, unperturbed, unmoving. Noya still holding. And it's on Floor, Alexis and Noya just to keep them back, which they're doing. Jelly last one alive. And there's so little to do about this. Standing their ground, holding that push through. This is going to be the 11th for Shopify, and MIBR watching it slip through their fingertips there.
And that's painful. That's painful if you're MIBR. Look at the money on the side of the Brazilians, completely broke going into round 21. And Shopify Rebellion, they're able to just pull through. They were down 4 versus 5.
Yeah.
SRN just became a hero in that round, exactly what MIBR needed, but the response, the answers coming through for Shopify.
They're staring down the barrel of a gun here. Look at the buy, you were saying it. SRN, the heroics, not enough here, not enough. But a rifle in their hands maybe could tip the scales, but then a Bucky, couple of sheriffs, no big ults to bank on. Touching distance for Shopify to get to that 12th round. And SRN once again playing it forward, trying to be the instigator, be the one to make the difference.
So aggressive. I don't know if SRN's gonna even slow down. She decides to tuck, but not enough information from her teammates to push any further. Drone makes it so challenging. SRN decides to peek on a timing, but Fluorescent is just so ready for it.
The moments that matter. Floor the one to win those fights, policing the weapon too, putting it away, making sure no matter what happens, that does not fall back in their hands. And now we're looking at what's left. Sheriffs and a Bucky. Difficult, incredibly difficult, and Melissa getting curious. You know what?
Did she see her? She did
I think
see her.
so. Floor now
Oh,
just
boy.
striding in, takes away Melissa, and once again, rinse and repeat. Sight is theirs, and this time it's simpler than ever.
Fluorescent has been such a nuisance forward here, not giving away too much, but just doing enough to keep the defenders at bay. So much utility is having to be just congregated in this area only because of Floor. All 3 members coming out of heaven this time.
A little Hail Mary play, and it's not going all that well. Shopify making it up to 12. 1 round away.
And it's gotta feel good, Lauren, if you're Fluorescent. If you turn around and you see all 3 members avoiding you, dodging your lane and going the other way, that's a huge ego stroke for Fluorescent.
Floor's been putting their ambitions to rest the whole game through. 23-14, barely died in map 1. I mean, their performance has been otherworldly. However, we focus on this round. It could be over for MIBR, a glimpse of glory, but put away in a second. And Shopify off to a pacey start.
Fluorescent's already gonna get so much information. The trip is different though. Luckily for her, she decides to go through window. Early blind from Mel, the dart is huge!
Oh, Floor just rips them to shreds. 2 big kills, but they're not out of it yet, MIBR. 3 players, desperate. Oh my god, oh my god! Has to dodge. Jelly almost went down on that. And in the post plant we go. SRN and Jelly, the 2 headliners for MIBR, still alive. Posted on duty is Neuer, operator locked in, and Melissa still there as well. Smoke towards long, we need a tap on that spike, we need something. Neuer forced off the angle, a couple of shots back and forth, the double swing. SRN not willing to let go of this, not willing to give this one up! Keeping hope alive for MIBR!
And that's 2 times now where Shopify are unable to convert a post at this C long. The spam game that got them having such a dominant sunset is not coming through here. MIBR respond well, and the aggression from SRN. I love the fact that she's pushing and walking down. The combo of the flash dart together gives her these 2 kills.
Lifeline. A lifeline for MIBR. After 4 rounds back to back, they break the trend just when it matters. Was it all for naught? It's OT or it's GG, and we dive into it. Floor's got ult, Sarah's got ult. On the other side, 1 away for SRN. Tipu Sayori dupes as well, and it looks all in. It looks direct. It looks like it's just straight towards that C site.
Floor dodged the blind. She's just biding her time, waiting for that dart, and that blind lands from Mel.
And look at this, they line up. Oh! Innocent! Never knowing defeat, pushing forward, pops the ult. Are you going to really secure this victory with an ace? If it was anyone else, I might doubt it, but Fluorescent is one of a kind! 1 more kill! Shopify Rebellion on the verge now, moments away, as Melissa has to face the music to take that
Bill's
walk.
gonna die for her.
You absolutely won't, Melissa. Still powers forward, but time is ticking. And 3 more to go. Shopify looking to secure. And Neuer, the final blow there! Nothing in this world would have kept Mel from that stage this time. Shoulder to shoulder with her side, securing their back-to-back win.
And what a way to end this entire series, this grand finals. It's Floor to just put her team on her back there, get 4 kills, 4 clean, beautiful kills, just showcasing exactly why this team has been so dominant and why Fluorescent is in the conversations of everyone this whole week.
Floor's name is the hottest prospect talked in Valorant, and you can see why. But it's a team game, and this time, as said, they are standing together here. This meant the world to them, and on the other side for MIBR, of course, it's heartbreak, but still, this is experience, this is legacy in the making, and Shopify stake their claim. My word. It feels like a real pleasure to be able to witness this happen.
Absolutely, absolutely. And you've got to feel for MIBR as well. What an incredible showing. First time on the international stage, just besting Liquid over in Brazil, surprising everyone.
A threat.
And having such a dominant showing here all week long. SRN has been a superstar in the making. Sayuri, an incredible IGL. The amount of assists that this player has been showing, it's been just such a treat.
Absolute violent delights here, Christine. But really, the moment is now all theirs.
Berlin, put your hands together for your first back-to-back Game Changers champions. It's Shopify Rebellion!
Finals here, Christine. We have been treated, even in just a 3-mapper. It shows how strong this Shopify team is, a cut above the rest.
Really, truly, it really is. I mean, we already talked about the fact that Effie's didn't even have to use a pause until the very last moment in that 3rd map. Such strong prep, such strong teamwork coming through, really showcasing all the work this team has put in all year long. And you love to see it when the team is able to showcase all of it, look clean as hell, and look damn good in the server. You gotta feel so good lifting that trophy right now.
Now that is literal blood, sweat, and tears, as we've seen from last time in Brazil before. Unable to stand shoulder to shoulder, this time all together. Everyone on that stage. The reward itself, just making it this far to be able to look so damn strong. I said that cut above the rest. Maybe a couple of other teams gave them a little bit of a challenge, but they didn't even get pushed out of map 3 here in a best of 5.
Yeah, exactly. And you know, we've got to talk a little bit more about the support cast here. Fluorescent is so easy to talk about. She is an absolute star, but Noya has been an incredible sentinel. I mean, I was blown away by Amy earlier on from G2, but Noya just showcasing, I can do a little bit better. Let me show you something a little bit better.
Yeah, this has been, I mean, it is a team affair here, right? When you even look at Alexis, name won't often be in the kill feed, but you look at the supports every time, you look at the play, and here's Noise. We've got to look at this one again. Unreal. Unreal for Noya. Yeah, it's
never under pressure, it felt like.
Yeah, it is a team game with this entire team. Coaching included, every single one of them, just incredible. I don't know who's really out there these days who can challenge them. I mean, they've faced every opponent here, really. The only one they hadn't faced until the finals was MIBR. And well, they made it look easy.
They really did. I mean, just you gotta appreciate this multi-kill coming through for Fluorescent. The way she's able to find those second and third kills after finding contact on the first, it is something special indeed. And the timings for Noya, once again, another multi-kill for her. And Sarah,
so good. Jesus Christ.
Amazing. Amazing Sova.
It's a pleasure to watch this team play. I think everyone who's watched GC will always be excited to see this team in action, see how they grow, how they change, how they get stronger, who the new opponents are, and who are the new challengers. But for now, let's focus up here, because we're about to send it down to Yinzu, who's going to be waiting on the stage for the Verizon post-match interview with the one and only Shopify Rebellion.
With your champions, Shopify Rebellion. But first, joining us from Riot Games, I would like to invite the global head of Valorant Esports, Leo Faria, to congratulate our teams. Leo will also be back in just a moment to present the MVP award as well. Make sure you guys at home stayed tuned and stick around for that. But for now, congratulations to all of you. That was an incredible final. We are so proud to see you guys do it back to back. Now, I have to come to you first, Mel, because this is actually the first time you managed to touch the trophy and lift it on stage with your teammates. I know last year when you won, you had a lot of emotions and you spoke about how it just didn't feel the same to not be with your team to celebrate. So talk to me about how sweet that moment was.
Honestly, it felt amazing. I think the best part was actually not even just lifting the trophy, but being able to huddle with my teammates after we win and just hug everyone like down to the tears. Like, I think that was the most important part for me because it was so lonely and isolating last year.
I mean, again, it was just such a heartbreaking moment too, but it didn't feel any heartbreak for you on stage today, right? It was all joy.
Absolutely. We came in, we had fun, we played our game, and like I think that was the best we could have asked for today.
I think one of the biggest things we talk about when it comes to your team, and especially from you two, is the importance of discipline and hard work. So how does it feel to know that all the ups and downs, all of the sweat and tears and hard work you put in has now led to the establishment of a dynasty?
It's insane to think about. Like, obviously, you can't really control whether you win, but we have worked our asses off the past few months. Like, this guy right here working us like a dog day and night every single day.
I mean, you deserve it so much. You deserve it. I'm going to now move on to Noya. Trophy looks great on you, by the way. It looks absolutely amazing. Here's the thing, Noya. For those people that don't know, you know, maybe there was a bit of a risk for you when you decided to move regions back in 2022 to go from Rix GG all the way to Exet. And it feels like, looking back, that's such a historical moment in our game. Who knows what would have happened if you didn't take that risk? So looking back, how much have you grown, do you think, as a player since making that decision at such a young age?
I mean, it was a huge risk for me, and like I was so young, and I don't know how my parents just let me do that, but I mean, thank you for that. I think I've grown alongside these people. They've shown me how to be a good teammate, how to be a good player, and obviously FBs is a really, really good coach.
This is the thing, right? I feel like, you know, for you, you should tell the people that look up to you and aspire to you, it is okay to take those risks. It does work out.
No, my dad told me all the time, just go follow your dream. It's okay if it doesn't work out. You can always come back home.
Amen. Love that. Love that. Alexis, I'm going to come to you because I'm sure you know this, but this is you and Mel's 15th title in Valorant. 15! That is insane. Some players don't even play in 15 tournaments. I don't think you can have a conversation about the legends of this game without mentioning the two of you. So I wanted to ask you, what is the one thing you feel like has helped you to get to this point, to become this legend?
I'm gonna sound like a broken record, but it really is just the hard work and discipline and just having like insane teammates to back us up. Me and Mel, when we joined version 1, we didn't know what was gonna happen, but we couldn't have picked a better group of people to team with. They're all amazing.
And in those moments, you know, perhaps you do feel like giving up, perhaps you do feel like there's things that just aren't working. What do you do to keep motivated and keep winning, I guess?
I just think to myself that I have to do it for the team. It's not about me. I just have to do it for the team. Even if we lose, so be it, but I have to do my best, and that's all I can do.
You win together, you lose together. I love that. And speaking of doing it for the team, I think it's very obvious. Sarah frags, Sarah assists, Sarah gets every kill in a Hunter's Fury. You can do everything. I feel like the impact you bring to this game cannot be understated. But if you could choose out of all the things that you do for the team on the server, how would you like to be remembered?
50 ranked games a day.
It works? It's real?
It's real.
And do you
Definitely
feel
real.
Okay? And do you feel like there is something that other people can do to kind of be flexible and level up their game, not just in the fragging department, but being a good teammate, getting the assists, all the util? What it is that they have to do to get to that level?
Probably don't play ranked. Probably go watch VODs.
Watch VODs. Your VODs?
Maybe one day.
Yes.
Maybe
yes.
one day.
Watch her VODs. Watch her VODs. Now, Fluorescent, back to back. Yes, come on, back to back. Here's the thing, Floor, I know you are, you're cold in the veins. You don't really care when it comes to being recognized, the accolades and all that. You just love this game. But last year, you were the best Jet player in this entire tournament in the scene. This year, you're the best Neon player. The meta changes, everything else changes, but you do not change. You continue to dominate. So I wanted to ask you, what is it about this game that makes you want to be the best, that makes you grind?
I don't know. I just like competing. I like playing tournaments. I like my teammates. So, and my coach. My coach is nice.
He made it. He made it. When it comes to competing, what it is you love the most about competing on this stage?
Winning, probably.
So easy for you, so easy for you. And of course, I think even before today, everyone already said you're the GOAT. I think after today, undisputed, you are the GOAT. For those people that look up to you, can you give some advice on how to become the GOAT? How do they be able to find an opportunity to stand in your shoes one day?
I think Sarah said it perfectly. You got to play 50 ranked games a day.
There we go. We got two of them saying it now, so it must be true. And lastly, Coach Effie's. Now, for people that don't know this about Effie's, your first global event was back in 2021 at Masters Iceland as a player. You faced some legends already as a player back then, but I'm sure that there were a lot of, opportunities and maybe a little bit of regret that you wanted to fulfill. But I think you made up as a coach, right? As probably the best coach in this game. So did you ever think that you were going to be a legend as a coach back in Iceland in 2021?
Well, I would definitely not say legend, but I did have confidence going as a coach that I was going to be impactful, yes.
And of course, we heard from all your players, they look up to you. They have so much to say about how you've helped them. How proud are you right now in this moment of your players?
I'm honestly incredibly proud, not just now, but the entire past 3 months. I think everybody just gone on every day, played like between 8 and 12 hours and did not complain at all. So yeah, right now I'm proud, but I've just been proud for the win or lose. I would have been proud regardless. And
lastly, I guess for all of you, how does it feel to have the title back-to-back champs winners? I mean, it's never happened before. Who knows if it's ever going to happen again? So feel free, any of you, to answer. How does that feel?
Yippee. Yippee is right.
Yippee? 6 yippies?
6 yippies and a great.
Oh, I love that. I love that. And lastly, before we head to the MVP, is there anything that you guys would like to say to the people that supported you and to the fans at home?
I want to say thank you all for anyone that supported us at all in the past 2 years. It's meant the world to us. It really does motivate us a lot. And I also want to say it is my partner's birthday today. Roy, I love you, baby. Woo! Thank you for supporting me.
Happy birthday, Roy. Also, I want to say shout out to some people that work in the background that we don't really see, like Laika, our manager, who literally went in the river in Berlin to just grab Sarah's phone, and then just amazing work for us. Everyone at Shopify, obviously, giving us everything we need, and I think they don't get enough praises.
Amen. Anyone else? All right, we're good. Thank you very much. Congratulations congratulations again. One more time, Berlin. You're champions. Back-to-back champions. Shopify Rebellion.
And Shopify Rebellion are your Game Changers Championship winners for this year. This is another historic moment, back-to-back wins for this team. And honestly, going through these interviews, Kukuka, I know it's so hard to keep the tears back when you watch them answer and how much this means to them.
I think that the moment where I saw Mel lifting the trophy,
I'm not gonna get emotional right now, but I remember how she was getting emotional last year from a room completely isolated for the rest of her teammates while she had to call what she was feeling unwell and still was able to get the victory. The way that they did it in this tournament without dropping a single map, this was such a statement of a win.
Yeah, and for me, it's when Mel gets to hug Alexis, right? That's the core from Cloud9 White that came here 2 years ago as tournament favorites and bowed out without even making it into the finals. So to see them have that full circle journey on so many different fronts is just an amazing moment.
I think at the very beginning of this tournament, we interviewed Mel and I asked her what does she want her team to be remembered by, and she said how hard we work. We have been working our butts off for this, and you can see the amount of improvement that's come through to have this much domination in this tournament.
Yes. In the last 3 months alone, right? Like this team, you said, hasn't dropped a map this tournament.
Yeah.
They've only dropped one map since they failed in the second qualifier. That was to YFP back in like the second round of NA main event. This team has been lights out ever since.
And yes, we know that Floor is amazing and watching her is a treat, but we can say the same for every single player that played for SR today. We can see it. We can say it about the entire tournament because the team play that Shopify Rebellion proved this year is on a different level.
Absolutely. But of course, we do need to acknowledge Floor. This whole team totally stepping up, but now we will be presenting the MVP award. A lot of us voted for this. The talent voted, the crew voted, a lot of the co-streamers voted, and you too, the audience, also voted. So it's time to present the award. We're going to send it back to the stage for the presentation of the GCC MVP award.
Welcome to the first ever Game Changers Championship MVP Award. We've had a year of competition in 6 different regions, but we found our Game Changers champion. It's Shopify Rebellion. But that's not the only accolade one of their players will be getting, and I'm thankful to be joined by Leo Faria from Riot Games to present this award.
Thank you, Mimi. So look, we are incredibly inspired to see the passion, the hard work, and the level of talent in this year's Game Changers Championship. To see these players taking up the stage and showing the world what they're capable of. The MVP award is about celebrating the one player who rose above everyone else. And it is my honor to present the 2024 Game Changers Championship MVP for a player who received 100% of the votes, Fluorescent.
Congratulations, Floor. Why don't you grab that microphone for me?
Hello.
Floor, whenever you're playing Valorant, I'm watching you play, it just looks effortless. You're going out there, you're dominating every server you've seemingly ever been in. What about you makes you so good? What makes Fluorescent fluorescent?
I play like all day, every day. I have no life. I'm a bum. I just sit in my room, play Valorant, get some DoorDash, play Valorant some more.
Hey, well, it's got you this MVP bracelet.
I'm happy. It looks nice.
It does. Floor, in the short 2 years that you've been a Science Pro in Valorant, you've done a lot. You've won every global event you've gone to. You've won a number of trophies back in NA. But before you were that, Floor, I remember talking to the shy girl in Alberta, grinding ranked every day on exit lag with 70 ping. When you look back, do you think that she ever would have seen you here?
No, definitely not. I'm like, no life, Valorant all day. I thought I'd just play ranked for the rest of my life. So this is pretty nice.
Well, that must be amazing then. To get to be here and now have this as well. Floor, like I said, you've done it all. You've won every trophy you could possibly win. You've won this bracelet as well. And I think there's only one question left to ask. What's next for Fluorescent?
Probably just like play against better competition in the future, hopefully. Or just go like, I don't know, I just want to play against like the best of the best always. Because it's the most fun.
Okay, okay. Would that mean playing outside Game Changers?
Yeah,
That's the goal?
yeah.
What's your dream in Valorant?
I don't know, probably just like go to champs and I don't know, go to a bunch of events and meet a bunch of cool people.
Well, I hope to see you there. Floor, thank you so much. Congratulations. Berlin, give it up one more time for your Game Changers Championship. Most valuable player, Fluorescent.
And welcome back to the desk. This is absolutely phenomenal. Floor, obviously 100% winning the MVP award, but we got some special guests here with us, Kukuka, don't we? We got Mel and Alexis. Come on in and join us. Ooh, you got something in your hand there, too.
Oh, you're never letting go of that.
I mean, why not?
Yeah. Please come in.
It looks good.
How does it heavy?
You want to hold it?
Yeah, please.
It actually is quite heavy.
I held the first one.
so watch out.
Ooh. Okay. Oh my God, this looks so good. Mel, I have to ask you now. We've been building up to this moment where you can finally lift the trophy. We could see it on the stage. What was like running? Do you have anything running through your head in that moment? What were you feeling?
I was just feeling pure happiness, honestly. I was just really enjoying the hug that we had, to be honest. I was like, let me just hug my teammates.
Same.
I feel like we were in that hug for like minutes.
Yes.
It felt like forever. In a good way. In a good way.
But not awkward.
Yeah, agreed.
It felt really nice. I was just really happy that I could actually be there with my teammates more than anything.
Yeah, that's what it looked like.
Yeah, like you guys did it without dropping a single map through the entire tournament. I understand that there is a lot of preparation coming into the entire tournament. You're going up against teams that some of them have played in the past, some faces that are recognizable, but we know that the metas change. What has been the biggest change within your ecosystem that has made for such a flawless victory?
I feel like Effie said it best. Like the last 3 months, we've been grinding like we have not grinded in our 2 years as a team. So I feel like that extra work and that extra like discipline that we've had in the last couple months have set us up for success for sure.
+1.
What is it exactly that you think really changed from last year to this year? Hard work, yeah, but what were you working on?
I think just like our individual development as players, mostly like we had a ranked quota every week that we had to hit.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
50 ranked games a day.
No,
Okay.
well,
Okay, I have to ask then, who played the most?
Sarah.
Oh, Sarah, not even sort of close.
So it's not an exaggeration.
No,
that
Oh
they did
no,
this.
not
How
at
many
all.
games did she play?
I think one day she played at boot camp. She was playing 30 games in one day.
Yeah, we got here 2.5 weeks ago, and she
That's
has
a mental.
120 ranked games played.
So how do you keep the mental with so many ranked games, and also on top, I assume that you have your pracs and everything. How do you not end up hating the game and actually loving it so much?
That is the mental training.
Yeah, that is the training, exactly. Yeah.
Especially here in the EMEA, bro. Oh man.
Oh yeah, no.
Do you guys take a lot of breaks at all? Like, what's your schedule like? I mean, do you feel like this is what really pushed you guys the distance without taking any breaks? I don't know,
We took a break at like the beginning of the summer, and then when we got back, we were like, okay, from here on until we get to champs, it is non-stop grinding. This was like months out, and so we did front load with the break, but we knew that like the moment that we entered prac after the break, that it's lock-in time for the next 3 months.
And I have to ask, in the game, at what point, obviously besides the winning round, did you know that this was in the bag?
I don't know. Floor started dropping 3Ks literally every single round on attack.
Nowhere.
And I literally said, Floor, you are so good. I'm literally about to throw up. Like, I had no idea what was even happening. Floor was just going in and killing everybody. I think that was it.
I can believe that you're saying that, because to me, really, like, I know that Floor is amazing. I think that, as we said, it was 100% of the voting that said that Floor deserved that MVP. But to me, you two like are the unsung heroes. Alexis, I love your utility. You may say that Floor is amazing, but I always see your little face, your little breach, right in the corner. Same goes for you, Miss. It is amazing. Like, how do you prepare so many microplays that end up working so well? It looks like there is almost no opposition on the other side.
I mean, on top of our rank game quota, we watch a lot of VODs, we watch a lot of pro VODs, and we find util that works. We work closely with the team, obviously, to like come up with these strats and plays that are set in advance. But honestly, it's just reps. Like, like me holding my stun out on Haven, I have like 1,000 reps on doing that. So it comes natural at this point, I think.
I think on top of that, it's like when we say like hard work, it's not just like pointless hours put into the game. Like every practice, every scrim we try, yeah, it is about efficiency as well, where every practice we are trying to think about like how can we actually improve and not just repeat the same scrim round over and over and over again. And I also will add that I feel like the first 2 maps were like, I actually felt pretty like proud of the entire team. I think those were solid team wins. And then the second half though of Haven, Floor, I don't know what happened. It's like something snapped and she just started
winning.
Actually 1v9, we couldn't even keep up with our util. She was literally running them down. I've never seen that.
We call her the Aura Monster.
Actually, the Aura Monster, yeah.
It was activated. Do you guys do anything to help with your team chemistry or like the team dynamic, whether it's like in the server or outside of the server?
We don't really have to do anything to like boost morale. We're just constantly joking and like laughing all the time, even in practice. So there's nothing we really have to do besides be ourselves on stage, to be honest.
Yeah, everyone's really chill. I think we just goof and we gaff. I think we probably goof and gaff more than any other team here. I think some teams take it like super hyper seriously in their matches. But like I said, we just play how we scrim, and how we scrim is we're being like crackheads, to be honest. Yeah.
Your coach, Effie's, looks super relaxed when I interviewed him after map 1. Like crazy relaxed. I asked him if you guys prepared anything special for MIBR, because you did see MIBR go through that lowers at all. Was there anything that you were potentially worried about now that it's all over?
I wouldn't say like worried, but it is good. Like me, Loic, and we had an assistant coach, Physic, Lucas Blow was working with us, and then before that, a month before this tournament, we had Chad Miller, like Odorous, working with us as well. And we just watched their games back, and just so we have like tells and what to be aware of. But we try not to anti-strat too hard, because we recognize that like teams need to beat us and unravel our stuff. Like they have to actually like challenge us in order for us to like really activate our game plans and our prep. Then that's when the backup plans come into play and stuff. But we know that our game plan, like our layer 1, is good enough to beat most teams and win most rounds.
Yeah. Well, I know this is the question after you win. Some people don't have. They just want to go celebrate. What are you guys gonna do next? You know that question. What are you gonna do next?
No comment.
I fear we cannot say.
I fear we are not allowed to say what we're doing.
Oh, that means it's gonna be real good. Are we invited?
Yeah, go ahead, come through.
Yeah. When you ask this live, they always say yes.
Yeah. Well, congratulations again, Shopify Rebellion.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh.
Honestly, Mel, hold it again, just for
hold
all
it
of
for
us
the
to
camera.
see. Yes.
I got it. One hand, actually. Literally one-handed.
You're that
She's
strong.
been training for
that
this moment.
powerful. Yes.
Sorry.
Well, thank you so much, Shopify, Mel, and Alexis, and Kukuka as well for being with me. And it's time to close out the Game Changers Championship 2024. Big thanks to everyone that came out to see the show here in Berlin. And thank you to the community, the fans, and everyone watching around the world. We will see you next year. Bye. It's finally time to see 10 of the world's best teams on land, where one of the most illustrious trophies is up for grabs. You're going to see some rookies, you're going to see some veterans, you're going to see upsets, and anything can happen in this tournament. Game Changers Championship 2024. We have never had a Game Changers champ before without crew. Now, you are the very first match of today. How confident are you about today's win?
I'm very confident.
Yeah, from Mocha down to capitalize on it, but crew are waiting. High-low setup, and the Sheriff's go to work. Aku, the last one standing, roll me mad. She don't miss. 3 out of 3 Game Changers Championships appearances for crew.
Crew are going to be fantastic, and they're amazing, and they'll keep their win streak going.
That's huge from the sole anchor from ALG. Now support has arrived, but Toki has dealt with all 3 of them. Picks off the entirety of ALG. 2v2, and again, this crossfire is Toki with the ace.
Just perfection.
All down. BC. Falcons win their debut match at Game Changers Championship.
The NA bias is off the table. We're going with Zip.
You're going with Zip. Okay.
Yes.
Zip is moving through. I think that a lot of people would be surprised by that one.
Dodo Nut joined with the support, leaving Alexi and Camus still closing the gap here. Both players on CT. Zip time,
MIBR are here to prove that they are more than just the best team in Brazil, but the best team in the world.
Vanessa has a Hunter's Fury to work with here. Here's the aggression. Oh my goodness, SRN. That is not what you want to see.
Shopify Rebellion. I think this one's an easy one, Mimi. We can just send this one all the way through. NA bias intact.
Deals with Sarah. Alexis on an off angle. Gets both of them on the site. Can she go for more?
20 seconds, but she's looking at the floor. Why is she looking at the floor? Alexis on for 4, on for the ace. 10 seconds remaining as players come through. But Alexis will not be stopped.
I don't know what team they're winning against. They're off the board.
It doesn't matter.
They're Shopify.
Mitch, what about you? Search your feelings.
I don't even think it's close to Cope. Yeah, Zeta are going to take it across the line today. I'm not even touching it. It's not Cope. It's just a fact.
Starbound's easily able to find a ghost kill. Akko swings out here. Beautifully done, but it's going to take more. Moko's found 3 and still wants to get aggressive up on this one. Show me Moko! An ace for Zeta Division. And there it is for GCC 24. Japan have finally arrived.
And they've overcome one of NA's best.
Will the ambition of ALG pull through this time around?
Still standing tall. Maybe she can follow up. She can! Immaculate impact already. Oh! An ace would need 1 more, but she's only got 8 HP. Sarah has to walk into the line. And Houston is there, keeping hope alive for ALG. Jelena is here. Smoke's in play as well. Could pop a quick smoke down. Paranoia unaffected. Jelena just going to hold the line. Oh, the catwalk! And absolutely walks through all 3 of them. Giant X in the end with a clean map too. ALG put up a fantastic fight.
Both EMEA teams are going to win. No cap,
It's a
it's a yes. Let's go.
At this point, #1 is Zeta Enjoyer. I am ready to watch more Zeta.
You're in their spawns! Get out of here! Falcons fighting back! The disrespect! And oh my god, Suzu! Light That is unbelievable! The dream run continues! And sadly for Falcons, they were on the receiving end there.
Could become a problem again. They're walking straight past her. Kanira has 1. Jolene spotted as well. Kanira's on for the ace! An incredible ace!
Visa Crew Blaze, advance and eliminate Giants.
They're the second team to send that region packing.
Take a breath.
Take a deep breath.
Vacobium.
G2 Gozen are currently on a 16-game win streak, and on the other side, MIBR 9. Just who's going to be able to keep this up?
SRN, good timing. Vanya will be dealt with, sat in that cubby. The Neural Theft, though, will reveal the flanking player here, or the one coming back through Spawn, but SRN is allowed to take these fights. BB doesn't swing it. Okay. How do MIBR get away with that one? TP across now. MIBR trying to defeat the 1, maybe Vanya's going to be there. Jelly with 4. It is Vanya. Still time to work with. Another smoke available in just a moment. Just to the right. Melissa doesn't know. We're at half and counting. Melissa has to stop. Thanks for coming. I'll be taking the round.
Happy birthday!
And EMEA Starling secure yet another upper final.
You don't have to do them at the same time. They're 2 different actions. Okay, no, stop doing them at the same time. Sorry. Stop moving your legs. Okay, just your hand up and down. Just now stop that.
It's time. I need your final guess.
Yo, what?
The first couple of shots get fired and Floor gets pushed away slightly. Oh! You can't apparently push Floor around. My bad. That's on me. Head first. She's surrounded. And Fluorescent shines.
I wish I was Flora. Sometimes, don't you just wake up sometimes and get sad that you're not Flora?
Yeah.
Today, the top 6 will become a top 4. There are no more second chances.
What do you think the Brazilian representative, MIBR, is going to do to the opposition at this event? Question answered.
A little bit of util being thrown out. And that's a shorty. Yep, that is a shorty.
Just simply too locked in. Here comes the thrash. SRN.
Patches 2.
Why don't you get a couple more? Why don't you get another showstopper? Just 1 orb away. This is brutality.
MIBR swing through, and they will fight forward in this lower bracket.
You have to give so much credit, though, to Zeta Division for an amazing run.
Crew have got to go quickly if they want to stay alive in this map. 2 players in the cloud burst. Alexi! Incredible spray transfer for Zipto!
It is 3 sheriffs. There is room to work with.
And it's Biotic. No way in hell! It's a 1v1. Kamiyu, she has been the absolute hero for Zipto, and she has to do it again. She has! She's having a life game here. Zipto make their way to the top 4 for Visa Crew Blaze, though. It ends in heartbreak.
We are down to our top 4. Today, both former champions go head-to-head, and the winner will go straight to Sunday's grand final.
Will anybody beat Shopify Rebellion? Come on, Todd. You've lied to me before.
G2 tried to force B, but they slow things down again.
This is so good.
Noya wins it out somehow. They're getting into the site. Noya right now, though. Amy totally unaware. Oh, no. He takes into it. What? Others Fury coming into the site. Mel gets there, sees the TP from Vanya and looking for another target. It's Rescue fighting 2 with the overdrive. 3. What can't she do? Burning down and a clean ace for Rescue. Apparently, lightning strikes 5 times. Maybe they just use it to get some utility out of the defense. There's that fast lane. It just immediately caught. No one dealing with the trip. They tried to. The shock dark was too far forward, I think. She gets up off of it. Noya's looking for the right time to emerge here. Floor, oh my goodness, she attracts a lot of attention. Yasmin is falling. And for the 2nd year in a row, Shopify Rebellion will advance to a GCC Grand Final.
There we go. Excellent, excellent.
Constrict them, get some entry.
Jeez.
That's gonna hurt.
Oh,
no.
They got a good idea. Jelly is being the ultimate teammate, and it's the ace.
That's the homie.
That's it. Camu trying to be the one to hold the line, to keep them back, keep them pressure towards elbow. And Camu ain't alone. Camu on the shut down and shut out. Zipto are now stringing together rounds. Only going to take down 1, but Camu falling could be key to this. Sayori now just taking him down. 1 by 1. 4 back-to-back. MIBR. They move forward after a devastatingly good performance. I have to say as well, a lot of fans at home have a new team to look for as well. Zipto.
I'm off the Brazil Copium too. And you know what I'm gonna do? I'm just putting them there. I don't care.
It's lower finals time, baby. The teams are laser focused more than ever in this make or break moment.
And MIBR are just running her down. Jubes actually dies for it. SRN is blind now. This should not be possible. Vanya trying to stick to halfway. SRN baiting it out. She has the kill. It's their time. It's down to the last second. It's done it. An absolutely unbelievable clutch. Let's go, guys. He's got damage onto Rescue. The Blade Storm whips. She's off the map. And MIBR strike first. They claim G2 Gozin's home map.
G2 back up in numbers, desperately in need of this round. And with the flash coming in, Melissa somehow equalizes. Petra's so low, and Melissa gets the job done. MIBR are going to the finals.
A 3-0 heartbreak. 2 years in a row now for G2 Gozin.
Welcome to the 2024 Valorant Game Changers Grand Finals.
Both teams are fighting for the biggest and most important trophy in Game Changers. Shopify, they have tasted this victory already, but for MIBR, they are doing this for Brazil, for their region, but they're going to have to do it against a double ban.
SRN against Floor. This is going to be that constant battle of dominance. Who gets to walk away? Who gets that confidence? Proves that. She answered my question.
Nice shots, Floor. Good read.
Noya holding
the
to try
damage.
and... Oh my word, SRN just tried to go forward through that?
SRN had that dash proc, but Alexis's timing with the KO ult just completely ruined everything. And Noya, the reposition is beautiful.
Oh, it's stunning. Noya has her time in the sun. Floor is in the server and he's looking deadly, but overcooks it a little bit here. Melissa dominates! You lock in, you need this round. This is the round you're desperate for. And Melissa, when MIBR needed her most, trying to take the fight towards the back of the site, it takes away Sarah and Floor, but Alexis stands tall and steady on guard. Shopify up to 12. Shopify 13-7. A very clear message sent on map 1. Absolute crunch here. The Bucky again, so deadly, and now they want some more. Sarah, back-to-back damage. Jelly and Melissa in tatters. Not giving up back pillar. Wingman not going to check her on the first time. And Noya trying to be set into motion, and she is. That spike lost. How is Shopify back on this site? MIBR dazed and confused.
Yo, that was actually so good, bro.
And Shopify Shopify up to 11.
That might be perfect.
It's map 2 for Shopify. And that was meant to be where resistance happened for MIBR. Tony's everything here.
She hears everything. So much sound cue.
Send assistance. They're coming. Oh, maybe she doesn't need help. Not at all. Neuer holds the line. It's unreal from Neuer. Even protecting the loss. Let's go. Gorgeous from Neuer.
Clean ace. Oh my god.
And there's the shot in the backs. SRN. Nice control here. Oh, nice from Jelly too. I mean, we're starting to see these two really warm in here. This is fantastic and good for Jelly too to get that ult very close by.
This is kill. She wants to be one more closer. And there she is. She's rewarded with it. Hiding her time, waiting for that dart. And that line lands from Mel.
And look at this. They line them. Oh! Fluorescent! Never knowing defeat, pushing forward. If it was anyone else, I might doubt it, but Fluorescent is one of a kind. Shopify looking to secure. And Neuer. Blow there. Nothing in this world would have kept Mel from that stage this time. Shoulder to shoulder with her side, securing their back-to-back win.
And what a way to end this entire series, this grand finals. It's Floor to just put her team on her back there.